Alright, Cancer, how you doing? This is going to be your love reading for March 2022. Now, when I say love, let me clarify. I have basically 3 decks I'm going to use. This one is more for generalized. It tends to tell you about certain relationships and more importantly, the relationship with yourself. If you're locking in love and what to do to move forward, things like that. Then I have basically 2 decks that represent romantic love. So basically what I'll do is I'll draw about 3 cards from this deck, and I will explain them intuitively first through the symbolism and the messages I'm getting, and then I will use the book to clarify any additional messages. Also, if it does not resonate with you, don't make it fit. It's imperative that you understand that there are many different signs in the zodiac. The only way, we're more than one sign. A lot of people don't realize that. Even some of the readers don't realize that. So like if you do like a natal birth chart, which I do offer those if you want to know more about yourself, but a natal birth chart will explain all aspects of yourself, from start to finish, and everything around you. They deal, basically in astrology, you deal with 12 houses of the zodiac, which represent 12 different aspects of yourself. So, like for example, the 4th house would deal with home and family, so that can describe, depending on what planets and signs govern that area of the zodiac, or the area of the house system, would determine how your life was and how you grew up and how your mother and father were and what signs they were. So the main 3 signs that most people that you hear about, they'll say sun, moon, and rising. So basically this is a sun, moon, and rising reading. Also, let me add Venus into that too, because Venus deals with love. So that's your love sector. And so basically, like I said, I'll read these first and intuitively, and then I'll go to the book for additional messages, and then I will pull 2 cards from each deck of the romantic decks that I have laid out here. So now let me connect to your energy, Cancer, and please, I ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Only like it, if it resonates. But I would ask for your comments. If you have time to comment, that would be great. We basically live in an age where everything is instant gratification. Everybody wants it now. People are doing 6-minute readings, 10-minute readings. I'm trying to keep it within a good time frame, because not so much as the messages can't be answered all the time with 1 card. I can tell you certain things to expect in a week pulling the 1 card, but when you're doing more cards, you get more information that can tell you more about it. Also, you can book personal readings with me. All that information is listed in the description box. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and start this reading. That one doesn't count. What does Cancer need to know for March 22 in regards to love, either for self or with others? What are the love messages for Cancer, March 2022? Open up. So some of you Cancers are basically not expressing your emotion, and it's causing problems. Now, when you deal with red in this deck, red has to do with physicality. So Cancers can also be known as the type of signs to be recluse, which is basically go into their shell. If you've ever seen, the crab is your symbol, Cancer. So the Cancer would go up in their shell and not let nobody close, which can basically represent having a broken heart or not speaking your truth. But let me get you two more cards out of this deck, and then I'll basically let you know what I'm getting. So what else does Cancer need to know? What else does Cancer need to know for March 2022 in regards to love? What are the messages for Cancer, March 2022 love? What are the love messages for March 22 for Cancer? What are the love messages for March 2022? Seek the truth. Now, that card tried to come out several times. I kept putting it back in, but I just wanted to make sure I was connected to your energy. What other messages does Cancer need to know for March 2022 love? What are the love messages for Cancer, March 2022? Confusing to see. Alright. So with the open up card, like I already gave you a brief thing. Now, remember I was talking about the 4th house, which is home and family? Well, Cancer rules that home and family. Gemini rules the third house. Cancer is next up in line, so it rules the fourth house, which is the mother of the zodiac. And the fourth house basically has everything to do with your mother and your home and family and environment. So with this card, we see red, which basically represents physicality, your physical home. Also violet, which represents more of the spiritual dimensions, or purple, which represents the crown chakra. So that could be just like how you feel. It could have been like, the reason that you don't open up in relationships is because, maybe you were forced by your mother in a way to suppress yourself growing up, or to not speak your truth, or to not, you were taught to suppress your thoughts and not speak up. So that's why this seek the truth card, or seek the truth. So you may need to seek the truth in why this is happening and why that's going on. It shows a woman in the card, which basically represents, and you may not, hopefully you can see the cards. If you can't see the cards, just know that I'm telling you correct. It shows a woman basically praying, like, over top of her head, and like a beam of light kind of, glowing, or like a sun in the background. So it could be how your mother was seen, or how your mother wanted to be seen. There is also orange and creativity in there, like the orange energy represents the sacral chakra, and there's white, so spiritual energy. So basically it's saying everything that has happened in your home and family life that's occurring now was in a way it was a destiny. It was basically spirit willed it so. So it's so when you got purple and when you have purple and white, like in the aura, that represents spiritual energy, high spiritual energy. So your home and family life could have been a very spiritual life. Your mother could have been very religious. It could deal with that. It shows it depicts the woman praying. And you got the white and the spiritual colors, and there's pink. So it could have been a lot of love. Maybe this is for the Cancers that's tuning in. Maybe you are really religious or spiritual, and this is kind of like what you basically put out to your family, because Cancers see everything around them as an extension of their self. So like your kids, things like that, you're known as the alpha female. So sometimes you can be overbearing on your kids to the point of, I've seen some Cancers that have 20-year-old children all the way up almost 30, where the mother is basically still ruling. And some of your Cancers, I hear them saying, damn right, like you know that's true, because you see them as a aspect of yourself, like an extension. So they're like mini me's in a way. But you also got to realize too that you got to let go sometimes, and it's not always as it seems. Just because they basically sometimes have to leave the nest and they have to establish their own thing, and being overbearing or anything like that for the ones that have experienced that or are that may not be the best thing. Yes, it's your job to protect them, and that's why like the crab carries. The crab is also known to carry their shell or their house on their back, just kind of like a snail. Because that's what it means by being an extension of yourself. So everything that's in your family, in your life, as an extension of yourself. It's your home. It's your foundation. It's stability. Four on the card represents stability, which is home and family too. Again with the fourth house. So your mother could have been the backbone or the stable, the stability in your home. Maybe that's where you get your stability. Maybe your mother is like your rock. You could see it that way. The woman is very beautiful, so either you're a very beautiful, male or female, whoever's watching this, or you're seen that way, or your mother was very beautiful, almost like very spiritual mother model type quality. So open up. So it could be that you need to open up to your mother, open up about your mother, about how you grew up, situations like that. That's one message I'm getting. It could be something that your mother didn't open up, and then therefore you need to seek the truth. Maybe you're seeking the truth for why your mother was a certain way. There was something that happened. I feel like there's something might have happened in your home and family, situation. So therefore you're seeking the truth, or you're being guided to seek the truth. The seven has to do with luck, but it also has to do with seeking the truth, and you can also look up 7 more in numerology to find out more. I'm not exactly sure right now. So I know 7 has like 777. That can be luck. So there could be maybe you'll get lucky when you seek the truth and find the answers that you need. That could be one aspect. But there's something that you're refusing to see right now, Cancer, and it could have been Maybe your mother, didn't open up and you're refusing to see that, or you're refusing to see, or you're refusing to seek the truth and why she didn't do that, and it's causing instability in your house and your home and your family. It seems to be based on the mother and the home and family. So whatever issues you're going on, it relates to that. I'm getting multiple scenarios, but there's so many different ways to read these cards and energies coming in. Refusing to see just basically represents someone that's blinded. You're looking down. You're not seeing things for what they really are. You might see your mother as something she's not, which could mean you're an illusion. In this card, it basically depicts a head, like a helmet being over top, like a very heavy helmet being over top the head, and the mind's eye, or the inner eye, or the third eye, or the all-seeing eye, which basically gives you, allows you to see and peer into different things in life, like see the truth. So with that card being blocked like that, it might be keeping you from seeking the truth, or maybe there's a block there where you can't see that. It could be either, like, again, it has to do with your mother and how she raised you, or this is how you're doing it and raising your kids. But it deals with truth in the family. So there's either been something covered up there's some type of understanding, something hidden. There could be something about your mother's family that she didn't open up about, and therefore there's truth that you want to seek and find out. Something about your ancestors. It could be a lot of different possibilities there. But I'll consult the book to give you further messages. Let me look at the symbolism for Seek the Truth. So with Seek the Truth card, basically it shows a woman in like a red dress or a pink dress, and she's opening up this veil. So basically it's saying, behind the veil is light. It's kind of like if you've ever seen the movie Wizard of Oz, it's kind of like behind the curtain is the answers that you're looking for in a way. So then there's, it shows like two heads together or two minds. So maybe somebody in your life is helping you seek the truth or find the truth. Maybe you're trying to discover, history, genealogy about your family. Maybe that's something that really means something to you. But it's showing you that, that the light represents information, spirit, ideas. It's kind of like in the cartoons where they show the light bulb over the head. That's what that means, like, enlightened. So maybe there's something that you're going to be enlightened once you pierce this veil, once you seek this truth about, what happened in your home and family, about your mother or grandmother, just, the mother type, the mother figure. It could have been great-great-grandmother for some of you. 7 is also a number of like seeking information too. Like a lot of times you'll get that. Like if you look up the number 777, it doesn't just mean luck. It means seeking. Someone that looks up information, things like that. So maybe you're, to me that's what I feel like it has to do with genealogy, something about your family, your home. You're refusing to see something that went on there. But once you allow yourself, once you basically remove this helmet, you'll be able to pierce that veil and see, behind, basically behind the curtain and what was cloaked throughout your life. Some people just want they want to live in the illusion of the perfect home and family, because there could be certain things that happened in the past, in that person's past, and they want to basically, create a different reality. They don't want the truth coming out because they want it to continue through the illusion. But sometimes there's much needed answers and guidance that needs to be revealed, and so therefore it might, that might be one of the situations. So open up. Like I said, open up card deals with physicality, more physical features, more physical, tangible things in life. It could just been your home. It could have been history in your home, or where your mother comes from. The past. Mysteries surrounding a house that she lived in. That's one thing I'm getting. Alright, so keywords: withdrawal, blocks, control, and release. So that's what I was talking about with the extension of yourself and the control and release. Maybe you're overbearing, or your mother was overbearing. Maybe you're trying to control your family too much, or your kids, or your children. There could be something that happened in the home, the reason that has caused you to, when you was a kid with your mother, something could have happened and you don't want that to happen, so you're trying to be overprotective. Understand that we all have lessons that we need to learn, so sometimes that's not the best thing. You can't protect them from everything. Sometimes past sorrows cause you to withdraw both from your emotions and from other people, as a way of preventing further pain. However, this is closing up or shutting down prevents a free flow of energy from and to you, which was basically what I was talking about, the control, because anyone that's ever been hurt or experienced something they don't want, if they don't want to experience it again, they'll basically try to control the outcome, and you know, all it does is create headaches for everyone around. You know, you really can't control anything. You might think you can, but you know, if it's meant to happen, it's going to. So it basically prevents a free flow of energy from them into you, or for it into you. So interfering with the ability of the universe to fulfill your desires, that's what I'm saying, it's going to happen anyway. It's like you create energetic blocks within yourself for certain things to happen, and for other people as well. When this card appears, it suggests that you have blocked it or closed off your energy field in some way. Have you let sadness or fear prevent you from moving forward into more satisfying, loving relationships? Release the blocking energy by working with affirmations, prayers, and your spirit guides. The more you open up your energy field, the sooner you will receive what you desire. Also, watch out for the need to control for relationships to thrive, as I was saying. The energy must be free-flowing. Everyone must have the right to self-expression. When you open yourself up, you allow your relationship to grow and evolve. So yeah, just, you know, basically trying to control the relationships for your benefit, and you know, it never works. It's just going to create headaches. All right, so seek the truth. 7. And that deals with mental. So, you know, that's why this thing is over top of their head. It deals with the mind. So the crown chakra and the inner eye is blocked there. It's like it's, you know, heavy. You know, you've heard the expression, heavy is the crown that you wear. So there's something there that's, you know, you're shutting things down. You're not opening up. You're not allowing your thoughts to be present. Let it be known. 129. All right, keywords: intuition, question, deception, and inequality. So intuition is a powerful ally, and now is a good time to follow and trust your inner promptings. It may be that all is not as it seems in some of your relationships. Use your psychic senses to determine which of your associations may be questionable. Trust in what your intuition is saying right now. As much as you'd like to trust these people or this person, it's important to question their motives. Be cautious about sharing your most private thoughts and feelings in order to avoid allowing yourself to be placed in vulnerable position. Be diligent in psychically scanning your interactions for possible deception. Be wary of one-sided relationships in which the other person is not participating fully or avoiding obligations and responsibility. Now is the ideal opportunity to get to the bottom of this behavior. And certainly at all times, be sure that your role in your relationship is above board and based on honesty. So yeah, you know, and again, it could be that too. You're, you know, refusing to see and seek the truth. So basically, there's something's going on in your relationships, and to me, now that I read the book, you know, it could be that. It could be the mother, or it could deal with your household. There's certain relationships in your household or in your family, or your basically your external family, or people that you consider your family, that is not authentic, that it's one-sided. There could be, they're using you. I know I can relate to this. Seems like that's a theme in the readings today. The last reading for Gemini was like that. A lot of one-sided stuff going on. So it's like certain people that, it's almost like, in a way, another example could be like, say for example, your mother was someone that avoided responsibility. So therefore, every woman in your life, or let's say men with feminine qualities, could be the same way. They may not, you know, you might be dealing with you might be more of a masculine alpha female, and you're dealing with a guy that refuses responsibility or doesn't want to deal with it, so they're constantly running. They'll come in only when they want something and speak with you a couple times, and then they'll bounce back out because they have taken on something that they don't want to do. You know, it could be like they've agreed to do something for you, and then they're like, you know, and they just keep giving you delays and excuses. You know, it could be something like that. It could be some, you know, it'd be your kids and chores. You know, maybe they're supposed to be doing something. They're supposed to help you do something, and they keep, you know, denying it, or saying, oh, I got homework, or I got this to do, or whatever. They're trying to avoid responsibility for a reason. And so you need to recognize that in your relationships, and being that it's home and family, it can deal with external relationships as well as your immediate and inner family. So see that for how it is, you know, and it could be saying open up, you know, also open up to the point, open up to this person, let them know how you feel, that it's not balanced. If this person is that way, that's just who they are, and the reason that they're like that is probably because that's how their mother was to them or their father. They might be taking on traits from their father or etc. You might see that. It's just whatever resonates with you. But ultimately, when people do that, a lot of times when you attract a lot of one-sided relationships in life, it's basically saying that you have everything you need to do it yourself, and you don't really need that person for anything. That's what I found in my situations, that it's like that you most of the time you can do it yourself, and it just teaches you to be stronger. That's why you have lessons when it comes to one-sided people, and you could be the empath or the person that gives all, and then you're starting to see that. But sometimes you need to match that energy. So open up, express how you feel, tell them how you feel. Make sure that you're not living in illusion and you are seeing this clearly. These people can go, cloaked and unnoticed, and you're not even realizing it. But then sometimes, if you're like me, I have Cancer in my chart too. My North Node is Cancer, and I'm a Gemini Sun. But if you look at progressed suns, like progressed sun charts, it shows how from the time you were born that everything gradually shifts. So you might see yourself having that more motherly Cancer energy. So I could be like that, for example. I'd be the type of person, and when us readers, when we read for you as a collective, we also mirror, everything around us as a mirror. Not just as readers, but also for you as a collective. Like everybody around you has something to show you. So it's basically showing you your relationships and showing you that if there's somebody in your life and they're not, they can be reminding you of your mother that wasn't there. Now, the person in case that I'm talking about is very much like the women I've dated and the mother that I had. She refused responsibility, so she wasn't very motherly. But because she wasn't, I am. I became what I didn't have. So there might be a situation where you see that. But if you see this going on and you are having one-sided relationships, within your actual home environment or just in your external home environment with people that friends that you consider family, if they're ducking and dodging you and you're seeing that, know that they're doing it for a reason and they're aware of it. They've either got way too many obligations, or case in point, it could be, another example could be, say that somebody's supposed to make something for you and they see that, they see you in all your totality and how great you are, but then they don't want you to go past them. They don't want you to surpass them as a teacher or as an influencer or whatever it is. And, so they could be, negating their responsibilities so that you don't move faster, And it could be a universal thing where the universe comes in and does that. But for me, when it's coming up in all these readings that I'm doing, and I've seen this in other readings too, so like I said, it's a theme when it comes to love, unrequited love, things like that. Just understand that you might have to let that person go, or you might just have to accept that person for who they really are and not give so much. But opening up, sometimes when you open up to a person, tell them how you feel, sometimes they're not going to like it. They don't like, people that act like that, they don't always like to be illuminated. They don't like the sun shining on them and pointing out who they really are. So there's a reason though why they do that. And like I said, for me, it's more of it's a lesson. It's a soul lesson. So it could be the same for you, Cancer, being that I have a lot of Cancer in my chart. That's why I can resonate with that in a whole lot of ways. But for some of you, it's a mother. For some of it, it's someone that reminds you of their mother. It could be the same hair color, the same eyes. It could be a spiritual person that reminds you of their mother. It could be so many different things. So let me pull some for your romantic love. But as you see, those cards very much do depict regular love as well. They are, it starts with you. That's love is the foundation. So let's see what I get for romantic love for Cancer. So what does Cancer need what are the messages for Cancer's romantic love for March 2022? Now, our readings are timeless, so it's whenever you click on the reading or see the reading. It may not resonate now. It could be something that it could be a situation that you dealt with in the past. Sometimes that happens. But it could also be a lesson that you need to know from the past, or it could be a lesson that you learned in the past that's affecting your present moment, or a lesson that you didn't learn in the past that's affecting your present moment. What are the love messages for Cancer, March 2022? It's safe for you to love, open your heart, and give and receive. the highest energy of all. So that's basically saying open up. So to me, it's I'm getting multiple scenarios in a way. So that's basically saying that it's telling you to open up to how you feel, open up if you feel like you're not getting the love that you need. If you've always attracted one-sided relationships because of a absent parent or a parent that basically didn't do all the take care of their responsibilities, it's basically saying that it's safe to love and that you can trust that. So if you do open up to the person, they'll open up in a loving way. Because if you open up, in a way or use force or an act of aggression, which can happen sometimes with cancers, it may not go the way that you hoped, and then you might lose that person. But if you were meant to lose them, you will. Sometimes, we don't need anybody though. We need people, of course, but when people consistently show you who they are, believe them. If they're not present, if they don't want to be there, if they feel like you're way too much responsibility or whatever, then you gotta let them be who they are, and you can make a choice. That's where your power comes into play. You can sit there and blame them and try to get them to change and whatever, but sometimes they might have for example, I know someone that has that cancer rising, and so they're a mother. They mother everybody around them, things like that. But again, when it comes to me, and I'm not looking for a mother in them, everything's one-sided. So it's like they refuse obligations and things like that. I don't want to give you these cards. I'm shuffling them, they're flying out, but I want to make sure that I'm asking ahead of time. So Cancer, what else does Cancer need to know for romantic love? What are the romantic messages for Cancer, March 2022? Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy. So again, it's telling a story. So it's basically saying, it's like I get 3 or 4 different stories here, Cancer, but a lot of you, if you actually pay attention and watch the reading and don't click on and click off, you're going to understand the message, and it's going to be very valuable. So flirt, so it's basically saying open up and flirt with people, open up. But I still feel like some of you have had this unrequited love, or you've had issues with your mother, and maybe, refusing to see, and you're suppressing yourself, and you're closing yourself down. So make sure that you open up, you flirt, show how you feel about the person, or vice versa, and that would be the messages for this deck. So let me pull you one from this other deck. What are the love messages for Cancer 2022, March 2022? What are the love messages for Cancer? What are the love messages for Cancer, March 2022? So you're getting 2. So basically it's saying destiny. So an according man. So I'm getting some of you that are attracted to a man that reminds you of your father. And it's a destined meeting, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be forever. So it's your destiny to meet this person, and it could be to heal issues with the home and family, with number 4. But you are supposed to open up and talk to them, and maybe by forgiving your father, that you will stop attracting certain men like this. But whoever this is, whether this is you out there courting, which I don't feel like it, I feel like it's, the main thing I'm seeing is a lot of Cancer women that are attracted to this courting man, and they remind you of their mother, or they have qualities of your mother and father, or somebody in your family, and it's, you may be refusing to see that, or maybe you're refusing to see, in order to get love, you need to open up and flirt. They could be flirting with you, so just again, take it how it resonates. Don't try to make something that fit if it doesn't. There's a whole lot of Cancers, and also check your other signs, your moon and rising as well, and Venus, because you might get more clarity out of that. But Cancer, let me know what you think about this reading. Am I touching base with you? I know I am, because I feel it, but it doesn't mean the right Cancer has actually clicked on the reading yet. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like it if if it resonates. Share it if you feel like it's going to help someone. And actually pay attention to the reading. Give it some time. Do some other things. Do some chores in the house, or whatever, and actually listen to the whole reading and see if it helps, because you're not really going to get anything out of like one card, or the instant gratification thing stuff doesn't work. You might feel fulfilled in the moment, but you're still going to be, void of a lot of answers that, this reading and other readings, that you could watch and give some energy in to, but actually bring you more answers. So just remember, wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you want answers, if you want to understand something, you need to tune in and pay attention. So I thank you for watching, and I appreciate any of the likes, the comments that you will give in the future or that you already have. I hope this helps, and have a blessed rest of your month. Thank you for watching.